Hello guys, I'm back with my channel History with Ishan, and thank you so much for watching. And I hope you all are taking care during this pandemic. And this is my 15th video which I will brief you about. And the topic is Hampi's history, the jewel of the Vijayanagara Empire. So let me start. Hampi is said to have derived its name from Pampa, a local folk deity who is believed to have been on the hills here in meditation in pursuit of Shiva, who she wanted to marry. According to legend, she did marry Shiva, who is locally known as Pampavati or the husband of Pampa. Hampi is an UNESCO World Heritage Site and was the 14th century capital of one of the greatest empires in medieval India called the Vijayanagara Empire. Lies in the Deccan heartland in the state of Karnataka, south. The 14th century ruins of Hampi lie scattered in about 26 square kilometer area amidst giant boulders and vegetation. Protected by the tempestuous river Tungabhadra in the north and rocky granite ridges on the other three sides, the ruins silently narrate the story of grandeur, splendor, and fabulous wealth. The splendid remains of palaces and gateways of the broken city tells a tale of man's infinite talent and power of creativity together with his capacity for senseless destruction. The monuments of Vijayanagar city, also known as Vidyasagar in honor of the sage Vidyaranya, was built between 1336 to 1570 AD from the times of Harihara I to Sadashiva Raya. A large number of royal buildings were raised by Krishnadeva Raya, the greatest ruler of the Vijayanagara Empire. Chronicles left by Persian and European travelers, particularly the Portuguese, say that Hampi was a prosperous, wealthy, and a grand city near the Tungabhadra River, with numerous temples, farms, and trading markets. The period witnessed the resurgence of Hindu religion, art, architecture in an unprecedented scale. Temples of Hampi are noted for their large dimensions, florid ornamentation, bold and delicate carvings, stately pillars, magnificent pavilions, and a great wealth of iconographic and traditional depictions, which include subjects from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. So now I would be explaining few of the many structures and monuments there in Hampi. First is the Virupaksha temple. Dedicated to the patron deity of the Vijayanagar Empire, the temple is as old as the dynasty itself. The temple is dedicated to Lord Virupaksh, an avatar of Vishnu. I'm sorry, an avatar of Shiva. The 7th century temple reflects exquisite stone carvings architecture, characteristic of Dravidian architecture, and tops your must see list for history buffs and art lovers. The temple boasts sky high gopurams or towers and ornately designed inner sanctums. The entire site comes alive during the festivals when pilgrims throng from all over to pay homage to the revered gods. Second is the Vithala temple. This is perhaps the most impressive, this is perhaps the most impressive structure of Hampi. Dating back to the 16th century, this temple features rich architectural elements. The highlight of this temple premise is a huge stone chariot, also intricately carved in design, and has come to be an iconic symbol of Hampi. You can explore the expansive temple complex flanked by impressive arches and a large courtyard. The smaller temples within the premise have carvings of various Hindu gods and goddesses. Next is the elephant stables. Like horse stables, Asian royal families also had an elephant stable to house their royal rides, but the historic elephant stable in Hampi remains one of the most magnificent animal sheds you have ever seen. The ornate facade, makes way for 11 domed chambers which served as the enclosure for the royal elephants of the Vijayanagar Empire. Queen's Bath, where there is, oops, sorry, next is Queen's Bath. Queen's Bath. Where there is royalty, there must be a special bathing arrangement for the queen and her friends or her acquaintances, and hence the Queen's Bath in Hampi. This bathhouse used to be a part of the royal enclosure of the Vijayanagar Empire. Though in ruins today, the remnants still reflect what would have been a magnificent place with a huge pool surrounded by stone steps and encircled by connecting corridors with windows. Next is the Lotus Mahal. Lotus Mahal was a part of the Zenana enclosure, a place where royal families of Vijayanagara Empire resided. Lotus Mahal, designed as a palace for royal ladies of those times to mingle around and enjoy recreation activities. The Mahal also served as a meeting point for kings and his ministers. It is said that the Queen of Krishnadeva Raya used to spend her most of the time to seek pleasure and peace in this palace. Kamal Mahal is also referred to as a council of chamber. Kamal Mahal is also referred to as a council chamber in the maps found in the 18th century. Kamal Mahal and Chitrankini Mahal are the other names by which this Lotus Mahal were known earlier. Several musical concerts and other recreation activities were held at this place. And the last one, but not the least one, is the Ganagati Jain Temple. Ganagati Jain Temple was built by Iruguppa Dadanayaka, the minister of Bukkaraya II, during the reign of the Vijayanagara king Harihara II. It was consecrated in the year 1386 AD. Consecrated means to declare it sacred. The temple is dedicated to Kuntunatha, the 17th Tirthankara of the Jaina faith. The temple is also known as Kuntunath Jain Temple. It is one of the main Jain or the Jaina temples built during the reign of the Vijayanagara Empire in Hampi. And this temple is also known by the names of the All Woman Temple and the Ganagati Temple. So that's all for Hampi, and I actually want to visit this iconic place, this site, but due to the virus I cannot. So let the virus settle down, and then I would surely make a visit very soon. And I also recommend you all to visit such an iconic place. And thank you so much for watching my video once again. Please like my video, share it with your family and friends, comment down below your views, and also subscribe to my channel History with Ishan to never miss an update for content based on Indian and world history. Thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and a very happy Diwali to all of you. May this Diwali bring happiness, peace, and prosperity to your houses.